social media is a gateway to success for micro entrepreneurs. Today, brand building and credibility are no longer exclusive to mainstream celebrities and influencers. A surge of regional and micro influencers, grounded in authenticity and driven by dedicated niche audiences, is reshaping the influence economy in India. So, armed with just a smartphone and internet access, individuals across Bharat are now empowered to showcase their skills, share their stories, build sustainable livelihoods. So, regional social media platforms with large language specific users or user base have democratized visibility and opportunity. So, from content creation and online selling to virtual services and community engagements, micro entrepreneurs can now launch and grow business right from their homes, often without investing a single penny upfront. So, this grassroots digital revolution is redefining success, enabling individuals from all walks of life to become self reliant, creative, and entrepreneurial in the digital age. India is currently witnessing the fastest growth in internet users globally, alongside a dynamic and diverse news media industry spanning both print and television. However, there is a growing concern that some traditional news outlets are increasingly compromised, driven by short term profits, weakened journalistic ethics, external influences, and conflicts of interest tied to the political and economic ventures of their own. So, in this evolving media landscape, digital journalism startups are uniquely positioned to benefit from the country's rapid surge in internet penetration. Yet, questions remain about whether this growth will steer them in a proper direction that serves the public good or public interest or public benefit. So, startups have the potential not only to thrive commercially but also to pioneer innovative models, inspire change, and make meaningful cultural, social, or political impacts. For non-profit digital content ventures such as the Quint and Scroll face mounting competition from established media houses like the Times of India, NDTV, and Dainik Bhaskar, to name few. As digital consumption and online advertising grow in significance, these legacy players are strengthening their presence in the digital space as well, and thus intensifying the competitive environment in the digital world for the media entrepreneurs. To succeed and stand out, digital startups must prove themselves to be editorially unique, organizationally agile, and technologically adept. Their ability to maintain a distinct voice and adapt quickly will be crucial in retaining their audience and gaining an edge in India's increasingly crowded and competitive digital media ecosystem, as explained by Sen and Nelson in 2016. So these are the key characteristics of media entrepreneurship, like innovation. As I explained earlier, media startups are at the forefront of experimentation, exploring new formats, storytelling techniques, and distribution channels. Then agility, they have to be more nimble and adaptable than traditional media organizations, allowing them to respond quickly to changing market conditions. So, focus on niche audiences is also another uh, silent feature of media entrepreneurship. So, many media startups target specific demographics, interests, or geographic areas, catering to underrepresented communities or marginalized communities, then technology driven. So, the media startups leverage digital tools and platforms to create, distribute, and monetize their content. Then, entrepreneurial spirit. So, media startups are founded and led by individuals with a passion for journalism and a desire to disrupt the status quo of the mainstream media journalism. Innovation in the news business. So, media startups are driving innovation across various aspects of the news business in terms of content creation and delivery. Then, new formats. So, media startups are experimenting with new formats such as podcast, video series, interactive stories, and data visualization. Then, mobile first approach. So, they prioritize mobile platforms, recognizing the increasing importance of smartphones as a primary source of news. Then, personalization. So, media startups are using data and algorithms to personalize news feeds and recommendations, catering to individual users' preferences. Then hyperlocal news. So many media startups focus on hyperlocal news, providing coverage on local events, issues, and communities that are often overlooked by larger media organizations. To talk about audience engagement, I have to refer to the community building. So, media startups are actively building communities around their content, fostering dialogue and interaction among readers. Then, social media integration. So, media startups leverage social media platforms to distribute content, engage with audience, and build brand awareness. Then, interactive storytelling. So, startups are using interactive elements such as quizzes, polls, opinion polls, and surveys to engage readers and gather feedback. Then, participatory journalism. Some media startups encourage readers to contribute content and share their perspectives and participate in the news gathering process. Then, the revenue generation system in digital media platforms. So, subscription models. Many startups are adopting subscription models, offering exclusive content or premium features to paying subscribers. Similarly, membership programs. So, membership programs provide readers with a sense of ownership and belonging, encouraging them to support the startup financially. Then, advertising. So, startups are exploring new forms of advertising such as native advertising, sponsored content, and targeted ads. Then, grants and donations. Some media startups rely totally on grants and donations from different foundations, philanthropists, and individual supporters. Then, events and merchandise. So, startups are generating revenue through events, workshop, and the sale of merchandise. So, media Startups in India, if we have to talk about, India's media landscape is diverse and dynamic, with a growing number of media startups emerging across the country. So these startups are addressing a range of issues from hyper local news to investigative journalism to data driven storytelling. So here I will talk about certain example of Indian media startups. For example, The Where, an independent news website known for its investigative reporting and critical analysis. Scroll.in, a digital news platform that covers a wide range of topics, including politics, culture, and technology. News Laundry, a media critic website that analyzes and comments on the Indian media landscape. Article 14, a news website focused on law and justice reporting. Khabar Lahariya, a rural news organization run by women journalists from the marginalized communities. But I will discuss in detail the standard operational procedure of the Quint. So, the Quint, as a case study, I'll talk about the media entrepreneurship. A prominent example of entrepreneurial innovation in India's media landscape is the Quint, a digital news platform founded in 2014 by veteran media entrepreneur Raghav Vehel. Recognizing the shifting dynamics in news consumption and the growing digital appetite of Indian audiences, Bahal set out to create a platform that would challenge traditional media norms and redefine storytelling in the digital age. But there is a background and vision of this particular platform. So, with decades of experience in the media industry, Raghav Bahal foresaw the rise of digital media as a dominant force in news dissemination. So, observing the evolving habits of Indian news consumers, especially among tech savvy younger audiences, he launched the Quint as a disruptive alternative to conventional print and broadcast outlets. His goal was to offer bold, engaging, and visually driven content that reflects the sensibilities of a new generation. Then, innovative storytelling and content strategy. What set the Quint apart from legacy media was its fresh multimedia approach to journalism, blending traditional reporting with analysis, commentary, and a dash of entertainment. The platform embraced formats such as videos, infographics, and interactive elements to make news more accessible and engaging. This strategy particularly resonated with the young readers and viewers and helped curve a unique identity in the crowded digital media news landscape. Then, leveraging technology and social platforms. So, from its inception, the Quint specialized on emerging digital tools and platforms to maximize reach and user engagement. It actively utilized social media channels like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube not only to distribute content but also to interact directly with its audience. So, this early adoption of digital first distribution methods helped the platform grow its followers and increase its visibility nationwide. Then I have to talk about the expansion into video and podcasts. So, anticipating the boom in video consumption, the Quint strategically invested in producing a wide range of video content, including news updates, mini documentaries, explainers, and opinion pieces. It also ventured into podcasting, creating shows on diverse topics to engage audiences who prefer audio formats. So these expansions allowed the Quint to reach different segments of digital users and thus diversify its content format. Now, connecting with the young audience. So, understanding the critical importance of engaging millennials and Gen Z, the Quint tailored its content to reflect the interests and concerns of them. From social justice and cultural commentary to entertainment and tech trends, the platform focused on topics that mattered to younger generation of audiences. Its relatable tone and interactive style helped build trust and loyalty amongst this demographic, positioning the Quint as a preferred news source for India's digitally native youth. In summary, I would say the Quint exemplifies how digital first thinking, innovation, and audience centric content can fuel entrepreneurial success in India's media sector. By staying agile, technically savvy, and attuned to the changing needs of the audiences, it has become a trailblazer in the country's evolving digital journalism landscape. But there are certain challenges and opportunities for Indian media startups. For example, funding is a challenge. Securing funding is a major challenge for Indian media startups, as investors are often hesitant to invest in news organization. Then monetization. So developing sustainable revenue models is also crucial for the long-term survival of the media startups. Then competition. The Indian media market is highly competitive with a large number of established players. Then digital literacy. Reaching audiences in rural areas with low levels of digital literacy can be challenging. Then freedom of the press. So media startups in India face challenges related to freedom of the press and government censorship. So, despite all these challenges, Indian media startups have the potential to play a significant role in shaping the country's media landscape. They can provide alternative perspectives, hold power accountable, and promote informed public discourse. Now, to talk about media startups abroad, media startups are thriving in various regions, each with its unique characteristic and challenges. Examples of international media startups can be mentioned like Axios in USA, a news website known for its concise and visually appealing reporting. The Information, which is a subscription based news website in USA that provides in depth coverage of the technology industry. Then Tortoise Media in UK. It is a slow news organization that focuses on in-depth analysis and thoughtful discussion. Then Mediaport, which is a France-based organization, an independent news website that relies on subscriptions and donations to fund its investigative journalism. D Correspondent from Netherlands, a member-funded journalism platform that focuses on constructive journalism. So the key trends in global media startups landscape, I would say, focus they have a focus on quality journalism. So media startups are prioritizing quality journalism, investing in investigative reporting, in depth analysis, and fact checking. It also has given emphasis on transparency. So, media startups, international media startups, are often more transparent about their funding sources, editorial policies, and ethical standards than community driven journalism. Many startups are building communities around their content, fostering dialogue and collaboration among readers. Diversification of revenue streams. So, startups are exploring a variety of revenue streams, including subscriptions, membership, advertising, grants, and events. Collaboration and partnership. Startups are increasingly collaborating with each other and with traditional media organizations also to share their resources, expand their reach, and enhance their implication or impact. So, to conclude, I must say that media startups are playing a vital role in the evolution of news business or media industry, both in India and abroad. They are driving innovation, fostering new forms of journalism, addressing the challenges and opportunities presented by the digital age, while they face significant challenges, including funding, monetization, competition, etc., they also have the potential to shape the future of news and contribute to a more informed and engaged society. As the media landscape continues to evolve, the role of media startups will only become more important. Thank you very much.